Has there been any data or bridge stuff or otherwise that could be buying some of the pump?
There's a lot of stables and some ETH coming in. A lot of the big addresses that are bringing money in, there's not much to say about them. They bring 200 grand in from Coinbase, they bridge over and they FOMO Pulse or Hex or one or the other, nothing's overly suspicious is coming in, let's put it that way.
Nothing that's gone through a mixer or Tornado Cash or whatever before it comes in?
Not any significant transaction sizes. I mean, it's when we're looking at times like this when every man and their dog is buying at a rapid pace, it's really hard to keep pace. If you were going to bring money in that's been mixed previously, you're probably going to be bringing in relatively small quantities to fly it under the radar. And so like a lot of my transaction limits are set at 100 grand because for the most part I don't care what's coming in under 100 grand, but I'm interested in everyone bringing in over 100 grand, and all of those are pretty straightforward, probably just a guy. But there's a lot of capital on chain dormant, and a lot of that's probably been deployed at the moment. Realistically, if I look at what the bridge has done over the last month, it's up probably about $10 million in ETH and in stables as a TVL. So like the money is flowing in, particularly since that massive guy stopped dumping. It's just been a one-way street. And as I said earlier, Liberty Swap just yesterday alone bought in like 750 grand because the demand's clearly there from other chains.
It's weird. The wallets that are coming in are new wallets to PulseChain or old wallets to PulseChain? Like, is that somebody coming back, or is it brand new customers?
I mean, a lot of them look brand new, but that's not to say they are brand new. It's just they've spun up a new. They've bought money in from Coinbase or whatever and spun up a new wallet, and the way they go, that's not to say that wasn't money that disappeared 6 to 12 months ago and is back. But often if you're sort of fresh wallet from a centralized exchange, it's nearly impossible to hunt that back to something that exited.
Is this the way that you look at big amounts coming in? Like, do you like sort by on Arkham, or like is this like a good way of doing it? I just go on here, I just do USD like 10K, 100K, stuff like that to see what's coming in.
Yeah, and if you pull out all the 0x ethics stuff, then it's a little bit easier. But
what is 0x ethics?
He arbs the price of ETH over multiple chains all day long, every day.
Oh.
And clearly makes enough of a profit margin to justify continuing to do it. But you'll see constant bridge transactions in 100 grand here, 200 grand here, 300 grand here, as he's arbing the price of ETH and probably making, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand every time, and then bridge back out and sort of repeat. But if you look at his profile on DBank, he does it over like multiple chains. Dude spends his life just arbing ETH prices.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes I use that, but otherwise I've just got Telegram bots set up. I think I now track 800 wallets, maybe.
No, 800 of like you mark them for just being whales.
Yeah, like whales, addresses of interest. Sometimes they're just dumbasses that I like to keep a track of so I can shit post them.
Is it all right, fast has got me.
Like OA addresses as well, because I wanted to keep an eye on what they were doing with Hex, and yeah, like there's a lot of OA addresses, so that makes up a pretty big chunk of that.
Well, great question there. Have you seen anything interesting going on with the OA lately?
Nope.
Indeed.
Pretty boring.
After the big stakes, is that the last big activity?
Yeah, big stakes, and then just leave the chain to drive the prices up themselves at this stage.
What do you think?
Again, who knows where some of this money is coming from? Like it all looks like normal users, but it might not entirely be.
Wasn't there talk about this the other day with Triplet Dad? Some of the ETH, so there was 171,000 roughly ETH originally, and now it's 166. Was there 5,000 ETH that was bridged out? What was the story for that?
Yeah, 4,200 was moved through Tornado Cash maybe 3 or 4 months ago from memory. Yeah.
Okay, so 4,200 times almost 4,000 was that?
It was about 7 million at the time because the ETH price was a lot lower.
And right now we got 16 million?
16 million, yeah. It was about 7 mil at the time, or 7 or 8 mil at the time. Don't know. Maybe it's funding a container load of onboarding materials.
Sounds possible.
Sounds
So
like a feasible
is there
use of it.
what would be the best way for RH to move funds onto the chain without everybody front running him?
You
If he
basically
wanted
can't.
to do it.
You basically can't. There's enough people looking out for the right things that you couldn't do it in any size at any pace. You could do it real slow, but if you're going to move money, say from the official treasury wallets, shall we call them, there must be hundreds of people tracking their every movement. Like I don't know, I've got Telegram bots set up for them. The minute they move 1 ETH, I'll see it.
Right, it'll move there, but like, what if it went to either through a Tornado Cash type thing or through a centralized exchange and disappeared and then came back in smaller chunks via one of these on ramps we're talking about?
Yeah, well, you could do it. You just have to do it slow.
Define slow, like million a day, 2 million a day. What are we talking?
Nah, I mean, depends on people's, like, you have to use the bridge for the majority of it, and if your transact depends on what people's sort of limits are as to what they're tracking, but you might have to move it 20 grand at a time.
Okay,
Which
so you
is
mentioned that
just
you're not
mega
looking anything
painful.
for 100K.
Yeah, for the most part.